G'day, it's Michael, and I decided to come out again on Tuesday evening. It's much earlier. It's sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock, possibly getting closer to 9 o'clock now. On the 25th day of the 11th month, November 2014. I can't see the moon, and I think it may be overcast. Well, in most parts of the sky. There are some stars, or it's probably a new moon. And just a few moments ago, I was walking past the corner shop, and I saw two big guys. One guy had he's just wearing he's dressed a lot like me, but much bigger. Pretty solidly built. Pretty solidly built. I didn't see the other guy. Some people walking past. Yeah, you can't see anything too clearly on this. So. Anyway, there were two guys and a girl. I only heard her voice, I couldn't see her. It was pretty dark where they were standing, but the rest of the corner was pretty well lit. And I only saw one of the guys. He was pretty big, built pretty solidly. He had some tattoos, and he had a mullet, but his hair was pretty thin. From what I saw, and I looked at them as I walked past. I was on the outside of the road, and they must have noticed me because I was walking in the light, and they abused me as I walked past because they didn't want, basically, they told me to look somewhere else. I didn't have the camera with me at the time, I forgot it. So I kept walking past, and I said nothing to them. Then I walked up the road a bit, and I started to shine the torch in their face. This one, as I walked away. Then I came back, and I sort of doubled back, and I walked back towards my house to get the camera and to get something else. I got my axe with me. It's just here, just a bit of support, just to make me feel safer. Not sure what I'd do with it. I will say more about that later. Anyway, as I was walking back towards the house, I ran into the skinhead guy came past. It must have been the guy that asked me to look the other way, because he was talking into a mobile phone, and he had some tattoos on him. He looked pretty solidly built, but not as big as the other guy. Not much bigger than me, actually, and not as much as a threat. They could have been undercover cops, I don't know. I guess that'd be the way they dress if they were. But he didn't say anything to me as I came. I walked past him again. Walked right past him. And then the other guy came past me and even said, "Hi, how you doing?" Like he didn't notice me before. But, I don't know. Anyway, I went back home, grabbed my camera. Grabbed my camera and grabbed my axe. It's in this bag here. Oh no, not this bag. This bag. It's not noticeable. It just looks like I'm carrying a big bag. I'd have to, if I really needed to use it, I'd have to run off, and I actually couldn't run up. It's one of those old army surplus bags. It actually took me a few minutes to undo the thing to get the thing out, And then there's the safety, the leather safety things on the blades. But if I really need to use it, I'd just hit people with the blunt end. Otherwise, I'd run. But if I couldn't run, what would I do? What can you do? You're not really safe anyway. Like, what are I going to do? Have I got to beg people to go out with me so I have a bit more protection? I'll walk down this way. In my hair. They could have been bikies. The thing is, when I walked past the skinhead guy, I didn't really think, I couldn't see him clearly until I was just walking past. And it only occurred to me he was the other dude when the bloke I did recognise came up, walked past me and said, "Hi, how you doing?" Like what actually happened before never did. I also have this torch. It's over a foot long, made of metal, and it's got a I guess I shouldn't have been looking at them, but it's just a habit of mine. When you see people, I didn't think they'd notice me actually, but I guess I was walking in the light, under the street light at the time, and they were standing in the shadows on the corner. Wonder if I'll run into them again. I'll keep my eyes open. I'm walking into town, thinking of going to the cinemas. Now, I was planning to do this before, but then I got the axe, so I'm not too sure now. I'm not too sure whether they'll notice the axe. I don't know if they have metal detectors as you walk through the, as you walk past the ticket checkers, or line up. I guess I could try it, see what happens. I hope they don't try to take it off me though. They might, hopefully they'll just send me away. This is the River Road. I forget the name of it. It's the Bremer River. You'll see parts of it have been revamped. And it's well lit here. It gets darker up here though. the focus is not that good. I just have a sneaking suspicion they're both undercover cops. It's because they look so obviously out of place. You just don't get people walking around looking like that, especially this time of the night. I wonder what he'd do if I got him on camera. Well, if he noticed that I actually got him on camera. I didn't have the camera when I first saw them. But when I walked back past them, I was on my way back to the house to get the camera. Well, they must be smarter than they look, because they were gone after I grabbed it and the axe. Having some problems with my father. Not one day passes where, nearly not one day passes where he doesn't yell at me for the silliest of reasons. And it's just very distressing. It's very frustrating. Yeah, it's well over here. This is where it's been done up. This was never here. There's always been a path here for ever since years before I left school. But they've just recently done it up a bit more. They did some heavy landscaping here. And there's some amenities down that we went there before. Before it was just I think there was a road you could drive down, and there's a bit of a parking space, and there was some tables and benches under a roof. Shelter type thing, but now there's more. Looking out for those two guys. They nearly ruined my night out. toilets. I came here to get something out of the machine a few nights. The other night before I went to McDonald's on the same night, just before I got paid. I have Axe. Well, I'm not stupid. Not that stupid. There's some people up here. I know what they're doing. Look at that statue. They're all old people. These are new. This walkway is, it was put in around about the same time, a few years earlier. It's some Aboriginal stuff. What's that about, dude? Calling me a dickhead. What are the connections? that side, dude. No. That's the river. It's pretty dark now. As it is, I may not make it to the movies on time at all. What I want is a really bright torch, something that I could blind people with, in case I really needed to. You can get fucked. Sorry, I'm just pissed off about running into those two rough blokes, two hooligans. What do you call them? Punks, bikers, druggies, drug dealers, whatever. This path has always been here, ever since years before I left school. I couldn't even tell you when it was laid out. I remember going on a boat cruise run by a local politician from here to Brisbane, the city of Brisbane, via the river. That was in 1983, so I'm not even sure if that's before this path was laid or not. Couldn't tell you. Should I go this way or that way? I could turn at that corner there and walk under the bridge, the railway lines, or I could keep going through the Riverbank Park path here, and cross over the footbridge to Riverlinks. There's the electric train pulling into Ipswich Station. Heard some voices. Now it's pretty dark here. It probably should be more lit. You don't know who's gonna... They've got a river stage up ahead and some fishing places where you can fish off the pier. Someone's across the river, walking through the bushes. That's the river stage, some sort of river stage, a small one. I don't think anyone's ever done anything there though. Something's happening over there.